Guys and dolls. So yeah, more or less, can't stop thinking about Tommy, you know. And this isn't about clickbait or fucking anything like that, guys, or trying to grow channels, or you know, I'm not gonna put his name in the title or nothing like that. You know what I mean? Um, I imagine there's quite a lot of people like me, you know, thousands and upon thousands. You know what I mean? You just don't happen to be doing YouTube channels, so nobody really knows how it truly affects people outside. You know, people watching what's going on in this country. You know, yeah, fair enough. I've got a wee bit of inside knowledge because of my experience in prison and the way I've been brought up and the way I behaved did lead me into solitary confinement in every single prison I've been in. And you know, like I say, I talk about the most recent one, which was 3 to 4 months, and I was in Shots prison. And you know, that was one of the times, and maybe it was because I had my wife on the outside, phoning every day, writing letters, and I've never really had that before when I've been in prison. When I was in England, didn't get many visits and stuff like that, you know. And just, I suppose, being in that situation in solitary confinement and being able to correspond and speak to somebody that knows you, that's how I found out how bad it was, how bad I was, you know. And it's one of them things, like, guys, it's never really in my head affected me because I didn't know. You don't know when you're going mad, you know. It's the truth, like, you just don't know. You think you're normal, you think everything's just normal, you know. And like I say, it was not say a joke, but we did talk a lot about it after I got out because I couldn't get my head around it. You got to understand, like, a man who feels so strong mentally sometimes, you know, so sure of what he believes in and sure of what direction he's going in. Yes, I've had my ups and downs and stuff like that, you know, but I've basically stuck to my principles and my morals, you know. I've always been the same sort of guy, you know. Like I say, when people do you wrong and it changes you, I never let that change me. So somebody borrows 20 quid and they don't pay it back, it's not going to stop me borrowing 20 quid to somebody else because that would mean that person changed me, you know. So I've always been careful of that, you know, and that is difficult, you know, because we're not just talking about 20 quids. We're talking about being let down and deceived and you know, and quite big scales and quite regular in life, because there's a lot of horrible people out there that just want to get what they can, you know, and don't care about the consequences of who they hurt, or, you know. So, you know, with that said, I have an understanding of things, you know, and because of that understanding, I think maybe it affects me a wee bit more. I know, I feel for him, I feel for the family. I imagine his children going up and looking at him while he's talking and being a bit confused of what they see. And I find that how difficult that will be for them to talk to Tommy, because Tommy won't understand, you see, you know. And I don't know the relationship he has with his loved ones, you know. I'm hoping they're going to be able to say to him, because it's difficult. You don't want to make mental health worse, you know. And going up to a prison visit when you got to understand, I'm going to let he's got to know this as well. This is one of the most difficult ones that I've ever had. After I got married, and the love I felt from my wife is unbelievable. Just like Katie, you know, when you fall in love, you fall in love. You know, it's falling in love. You know, it's just quickly, like, falling in love is meeting somebody that is perfect in your eyes, that is perfect in the world that you want to live in, the people that you want around you. You find somebody who fits that, and because there's nobody else, you walk through life, you don't meet these people. So when you do, it's love. You fall in love with them. You never want to lose them. You never want to hurt them. You never want to see them hurt, you know. You never want to see pain, feel pain. You know, you want to make sure they're always happy. And even though, you know, we in relationships we have fallouts and we say not very nice things and stuff like that, you know. And you know, I always say, words come very easy, so they do. But in general, you know, love is an amazing thing, you know. And I can't imagine what it would be like being in prison with my baby girl outside. And so, to give you an idea, you're waiting for your visit. You know what time your visit's coming at, so you're getting ready. You're getting cleaned up, shaved. You're trying to look as presentable as you can. Remember, you're not getting any sunlight. You're very pale. You're not getting any sunbeds. You're looking raw, you know? You're looking raw. And you know that, you know, because it's prison, you know what I mean? The prison pallor, they call it, right? So you're getting ready for the visit. You're sitting on the edge of your bed. You're waiting for that. You're waiting to hear the keys. This is the first thing. You're waiting to hear the jangle of the keys that are coming to unlock your door, you know? Because every time Tommy's in that cell, he'll know exactly what's going on outside just through sound, because your senses, everything changes, guys, you know? You know how many people's coming to your cell, you know, and stuff like that. You know, you become really, really hingy with sound, you know? So he'll hear the screws coming. He'll know it's for his visit, you know? And the door will get opened and the heart will start beating a wee bit faster, because this is it, you know. They've got here safely. They're in the prison. They're in the prison room waiting for Tommy, because that's when they come and get you. Once they've been through all the security and they know they're definitely getting in to see you, and they get into that visit and they start to sit down, they go to order their cup of teas and that's when they come for you. Okay, so come on, girl. I've got them all out with me, guys. Bailey, Julep and Boy. I'm going to put my glove on in a wee second, but I'm going to let you look at the sky for 2 seconds. Oh, fuck, it's cold. It is cold, guys. So, yeah. So, you'll be walking down the visit. It'll be a bit of a walk to the visit room. And so that alone comes with its own stuff, you know, because people are trying to get him. People in that prison. There's a bounty on Tommy Robson's head, okay? And believe that's not hearsay. That's not, you know, there's a substantial bounty on Tommy Robson's head in that prison. Any man that gets him. And so he's got to be careful, because sometimes when a gate or a door gets opened, you don't know what's on the other side. I imagine when Tommy Robson's moving, everything else will be shut down. That's the way it normally works in jails. That's what normally worked with me when I was getting moved in some jails. And some jails, when I was a Cat A or a Cat E, like an escapee, you know, everything would stop to move you from wherever you were going to, whether that be court, whether that be the hospital, whether that be a visit. Okay, so hopefully that's happening with Tommy, you know. Sorry if there's any wind catching you guys, catching this sound. So he'll walk into the visit straight away, sees his family. I don't think he's understand what this is truly like. Being locked up in solitary confinement, not speaking to anybody, no getting the vocal cords moving the way he's used to, and then sitting down and being presented with his loved ones. So you can imagine how that goes. That'll be quite emotional. He'll be putting on a brave face for his children, and I think his children will be knowing that. But they'll be seeing how he looks, they'll be seeing how he sounds, and they'll be very, very worried. And Tommy Robinson will probably see the worry in his kids' faces, you know, because they're family, you know. So, visit's over. He's saying goodbye. They're going out one door. He's going out another door. And then there's the walk back to solitary confinement. And I can tell you exactly what Tommy Robinson will then do. He will walk into his cell, the cell door will shut behind him, and he will sit on the edge of his bed with nothing on, no music on the radio. If he's got a TV, he won't put the TV on, and he will sit there in silence and contemplate for at least an hour. I can guarantee you 110% this is exactly, maybe one day Tommy will get out and tell you this, I don't know, but I tell you that's what he'll do. Because there's no feeling in the world, I can tell you now, guy, there is no feeling in the world when you miss somebody so much and you love somebody so much and you've just spent an hour with them and then you've been taken away. And you're thinking, because this is what he'll be thinking. He'll be thinking them going back to the car. He'll be thinking about them, worrying and about him in the car on the drive home. He'll know exactly how long that drive home will be. He'll know exactly if they stop for a McDonald's, what time that will be. So that's what he will be thinking about. Their step by step of them leaving that visit. Okay, that's what Tommy Robinson will go through every time he gets a visit from a loved one. And this is the point of it all. He's not in for murder. He's not in for armed robbery. He's not in for hurting anybody. In fact, they paid the guy £1 million. A court awarded him damages, you know. So it's not as if there wasn't anything given out to the so-called victim and all this. That boy Bailey. Oh, sorry, I apologise, not Bailey. I'm not going to say the other boy's name. But you know, Bailey was the victim of it all, let's be honest. Our young Bailey was the victim out of that particular scenario that happened. That brought Tommy Robinson to the town to investigate, and to bring that investigating journalism to us, to show us the corruption of our government, the corruption of our judicial system. And yeah, that's what he's in for. He's a journalist that was bringing us relevant information that was relevant to the British public. You know, on one hand, you had them lying about this refugee and leaving lots of stuff out that who this person truly was as a young man, what the reports of this young man, how bad he truly was, you know, and you know, and on the other hand, we had Bailey, a young guy who was just defending his sister. Thousands upon thousands of incidents like that happen every day across the breadth of Britain in our school grounds, where two young men will have a squabble, you know, and Bailey being fucking absolutely amazing young man he is, he couldn't hit the boy. There's not many other boys out there would have held back because that little scallion, you know, I'm trying to keep it right, you know, for YouTube, had his arm in plaster Paris. So he squirted water in his face, you know. Wasn't waterboarding, you know. What the fuck? Where would that come from? Why would anybody bring waterboarding into a school playground spot like that? Unless there was alternative motives. And this is what lifted the eyebrow of Tommy Robinson. Why? No, straight away, why would they bring waterboarding, a torturous technique used by the Americans on jihadis? And in other Muslim countries around the world, please believe me, you know what I mean? Why would they bring something like that into an argument in a school ground? You know, and then we seen where they went with it, what they done, what they used that whole scenario for to push their own agenda, to get people to be favourable of illegal immigration and irregular immigration and legal immigration. And basically the public were conned to, they were lied. It was fraud. It was, without a doubt, it was journalism fraud. From the very top, from the people we rely on to get our news every day, the people that we trust, the BBC, Sky News, The Sun, you know, The Guardian. Yeah, we now see what's going on. We now know what's happening, you know. And, you know, with what Tommy has sacrificed and is going through, it's because he's done that, is why he's being punished the way he's being punished. He's being punished for bringing us the truth. He's being punished for helping us out. He's being punished for warning the British public that, look, this is what your British government are all about. This is what they're truly up to, you know. Really? Taking a playground spot, two kids having a fallout on a playground and turning it into some international thing and claiming it was waterboarding to get the attention of the world. Very interesting to know who was the original person that came out with that one. Because that was all organised and constructed, so it was. You know, the whole thing was planned. You know what I mean? And then with the aftermath, going through and bribing all the school teachers and silencing everybody and making sure everybody signed non-disclosure orders and paying people money of our taxpayers, paying them to keep them quiet from telling us the truth. Ha! How ironic is that? How ironic is that? And that's why Mr. Robinson is in prison. That's why Mr. Robinson is in solitary confinement. That's why Mr. Robinson is losing his mind, losing weight, deteriorating as a human being, because he brought us the truth. Fuck me, man. How sad is it in Great Britain today? You know, can you believe that? This is facts. This is opinions of me. My factual opinions. You know, these are my opinions from the facts that I see. You know, what I see with my own eyes. A man growing up in children's homes, you know. Being made a ward of court, you know, being owned by the government. You know what I mean? They owned me. They were my parents. The Labour government were my parents when my mum died. And the only thing happened to me after my mum died was abuse, because I had nobody else. Abuse. Sexual and physical. Non-stop. Non-stop. Right through. And That's facts, you know. They paid me £40,000. That's what the compensation they give me for all that, for that abuse. That's what that abuse, that's what a broken childhood's worth to our government. £40,000. So anyway, yeah, that's why I come with my videos. This is my credentials, guys. Yes, I'm a ex-prisoner and all the rest of it, but I'm a good person. I'm a good man, a good heart. Always have been, always will have. And unfortunately, our government like to try and make his belief different, you know, because they don't like people like me that's got this experience of the government and what the government are truly all about. They don't like people like me. They want to silence people like me, as you can see, you know. And you know, Tommy Robinson is our national hero. You know, I couldn't walk a mile in Tommy Robinson's shoes. I couldn't. I really couldn't. I don't think there is many men in this country who could walk a mile in Tommy Robinson's shoes. You know, and one day in the future, he'll get the recognition he deserves. I just hope he's still here to get it. You know, I'm so worried, so worried in so many levels. Um, I'm not going to go on and on. 16 minutes, guys. You know, just finish off. What do we do? What's the solutions? You know, I don't know, guys. I've got to be very careful what I say. You know, very careful. But you know, I don't know. Maybe silent vigils, something along them lines. You know, I don't know. Starting with maybe 10, 15, 20 people. I imagine it would grow. You know, and then it would just be down to who Tommy Robinson is and how much people want to give and how much people want to show the government how much that man means to them as individuals to come out and stand silently. I don't know. You know, is that another case of singing hallelujah in one ear and out the other? I don't know, guys. I really don't know what the answer is. So I do think that we should be pushing the American side of things and trying to get help from her. We need to be pushing on the other podcasters, keep his name going, get people talking. I think Tommy's team should be knocking documentaries out, should be doing really hard hitting to the heart, you know, emotional documentaries of who Tommy Robinson truly is. Try and get some personal stuff that's never been out there to show the real man, the human side of who's in there. I think that's what I would do if I was in charge of Tommy Robinson's team. I would be pushing that sort of thing to try and get the person out, get rid of the Tommy Robinson and show the world who Stephen truly is, you know, because he is a good guy. And there's no man on this planet would put themselves through that if they weren't a good guy. You know, put them through what he's been putting himself through for the last 15 years. Because some of you may say, yeah, he's bringing in lots of money and all that, and a lot of people are helping him. But that's just recently, guys. Yes, he's had donations here, there, and people have been helping out through different campaigns. Of course we have. We've been doing it non-stop all our days for the last 20 years. But, you know, every time these court cases come up, they cost him thousands upon thousands of pounds. That's why Rebel Media took him on board to try and help him out with his financial side. Geez, oh guys, you know, you cannot fucking ask a man to stand up and give so much and have so many enemies and then complain when he's making a bit of money. Geez, if anybody deserves it, it's that man. Please believe me, it's only recently he's got the love and respect that he truly deserves from the world. It's only recently this has happened. You know, just because you've been following him all these years and like me, and you get used to, you know, being around Tommy Robinson things and Tommy Robinson people and talking and breathing and living it, you know, so you just assume, you know, you assume things, you know what I mean? But please believe me, we have been a very small circle for the last 20 years. You've seen the problems we've had from families and friends and other people. You've seen the problems we've had from social medias, getting accounts blocked, taken down, and all sorts of hassles that we've had over the years. It's only recently that's changing, you know. It's only recently that Tommy is getting worldwide respect and financial help that he deserves. And if there's any man in this world deserves it, it's that man. It's that man and his family. And yeah, any other personal things that some people don't agree with, whether he supports Israel and all that, that's up to individuals who they want to support. You know, you cannot crucify people because they've got a different opinion. You know, maybe one day his opinion will change. My opinion's different than him as far as that's concerned. You know what I mean? But that's neither here nor there. You know, we support different football teams. You know, that's neither here nor there. You know, obviously we're all different individuals. Bailey! Oh shit, maybe a deer. Bailey! She's here. I'll let you see the guys. Come on, girl. What was that? Where were you? You weren't even helping her. Oh, look, that's a nice picture, guys. Oh, that was a nice picture, Tulip, with this snow. What are they called, guys? I can't mind. You can leave it in the comments so you can. But it does. It looks nice, eh? Tulip, come here, Billy. Come here, guys. So I think on that, I'll leave it there, guys. And yeah, it's a very sad day. I'm gonna be thinking about Tommy all day. I really am. You know, because of that prison thing, and I've lived that, guys. I've lived that, and it affects me. So it does. It still affects me. It takes me back. I've got so many memories. You know, so many memories. And you know, I got married in prison and everything. You know, so even though prison isn't meant to be a bad place, you know, I've got some really good memories of prison and sad memories as well. And I always remember after what it was like after a visit. I always remember where my head went, and it was one of the saddest moments in my life. Was the moment after a visit. So please have Tom in your thoughts. Please keep sending them emails. Please keep sending the team support. Anybody like Paul Thorpe and Martucci, Richard Inman, anybody, Paz, anybody supports Tommy Robinson. You know, please get behind them. You know, that's all we can do right now. And just wait for people bigger with louder voices that'll tell us what they want us to do. All my love. God bless everyone is. And I'll maybe bring another wee video later. We'll see.